Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm actually gonna finally put up the video about the paranormal encounter that I had. This is a highly requested video because I talked about it in my second to last video when I had my kids in it, and a lot of you guys actually wanted to hear about it. So I'm gonna tell you guys like some parts of the story. When we moved into this place, it was about a couple months ago, maybe 8 months, probably 6 to 8 months now. So everything was normal until the last 4 months. Probably I haven't really been getting a lot of sleep. Like I put my kids to sleep by like 10 o'clock. That was like their bedtime. I know that's kind of late for like a 2 and 3 year old. Well, yeah, a 1.5. She's not 2 yet. She's gonna be 2 in June. But anyways, so I just haven't been really getting a lot of sleep. One or the other would wake up like at sorry, I have the screen door open because it's so beautiful today because it was raining yesterday. So yeah, that's that. It's so bright. I should have just used my light, but I wanted to use natural lighting kind of. Sorry if I should be sitting over there or whatever, but anyways, back to the story. So like about a month ago, my son was just like starting having like more dreams. He would wake up and he would be coming to our room. Typically he'll just whine, and then I'll just like go to his room and tell him to go back to bed, or he'll come to our room and his dad would just be like, go back to bed, you know, and he'll just go to his room. But then like a couple nights he'll just be like, before I had the whatever happened to me, what is it, he came in our room and he was crying, and he was just like, no, I don't want to go back to the room. And yeah, so, and then lately he's just been like telling us that he's seen stuff in his room, and you know, as parents, you're just like, you just shrug it off and you tell your kids like, that's nothing, you know, there's no such thing as monsters. I'm all getting creeped out talking about this. So yeah, so that was that. And then one night we're playing in the living room, and out of nowhere, it's like our living room is like, it's like a townhouse. So it's just a big open floor plan or whatever. So we're just like playing. His dad's like tickling him. They're just running around, and just stares in the hallway. Like he's just all into playing with his dad. Out of nowhere, he just stares into the hallway and he just stops. Like stops. His dad's like, what's wrong? And he's like, oh, there's something right there, Daddy. And I'm just like, I look at him and I'm just like, I look at his dad and I'm just like, what the fuck? And his dad's like, oh no, mijo, there's nothing there. And he's like, but Daddy, there's something right there, you know? Oh, I'm getting the chills. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Anyways, so moving on. A couple days later, you know, a couple weeks later, actually, we just like ignore it and we just tell him it's nothing, honey. It's your imagination. Like, that's why you tell your kids. You're supposed to be brave and tell them nothing's there. So his dad's just like lately been like checking up on him in his room. Like he'll take him to his room and be like, oh, Papa, like there's nothing in your room. I checked your closet. I checked under you before you go to sleep, and there's no monsters. And if there's a monster, tell Daddy and I will come and, you know, beat him up. That's what dads are supposed to do. So yeah, his dad was doing that for a couple nights, and then one day I had dropped them off. I went to the gym, and I got out of the gym kind of early, so I was like, oh no, actually this day I was I had dropped them off, and then I was gonna go to the gym, and I was feeling kind of sick, so I was like, I decided not to go to work. So I was like, you know, I'm just gonna film a video and then I'm gonna go pick the kids up, because usually I like to do it when it's quiet and like I'm actually like concentrating on what I'm doing for you guys, because I don't want to be interrupted or it's super noisy. And I just did the video, you know, like how I always do it. But my mic tends to pick up like a lot of noises. Like last one of the videos, it caught like a breathing, like some kind of breathing, but I noticed it was my dog. She was next to me. It wasn't my breathing. I know I do breathe hard, but this was my dog, because I remember she was sleeping when I did that video. I think it's the one with the pad see ew or something. It's the noodle one. So yeah, I waited about a couple days to edit the video, because usually I film the video like during the week on a Thursday usually, and then by Friday I work, and then Saturday is when usually I have the time to edit, like when my kids are playing around or after they have gone to sleep. And usually Friday nights I'll edit some, and then some on Saturday, and then it'll be up like in a couple days. So when I was editing, I got to that scene and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I rewatched this part like literally 5 times before I even told my boyfriend, like, come listen to this, because I didn't want to seem like I was crazy, or I wanted to make sure it wasn't the TV, it wasn't my mouth moving, none of that. But I am going to put a clip in here. If you guys are scared, please do not watch it.
You want in there? You can throw anything in there. Throw hot dogs.
Because literally I was so scared, like you can hear this person's voice, and I am getting the fucking chills just like sitting here right now by myself telling you guys a story, because when I heard that voice I was just like, I got so, like, I get scared quick, you know, but for my kids, like, I won't be like that, you know, like when he was telling us he was scared and shit. My boyfriend's like, you have to like man up, you can't be like a scared cat. But when I heard this video and this voice, holy crap, I was so scared. Like, I had no words. I told him to listen, and he was just like, what? His eyes got big. He even looked like he was scared. Like, what the fuck? So that was actually on a Saturday night. So the next day he went to a Catholic church and got some holy water, and he put it like in the vents. I took the kids out. We went to one of my girlfriend's house, and I was telling her she's actually Catholic, because we're like Christian. We yeah, anyways, we haven't gone to church in about a couple of months now, because it's just so hard with kids, because they don't like to stay in the church, and then like they don't want to go to the daycare. So recently we just haven't gone, but you know, we still pray during dinner. Like, we teach our kids honestly, my son wants to pray every night when we eat. Actually every time we eat, he's like, oh, let's pray. But his dad actually helps him, because he's only 3, but he loves to do that anyways. So yeah, so he got holy water. I took my kids to my friend's house, and he put it in the vents. He had the windows open, and so Monday came along, and I was still like very shaken by this. I was actually really scared. So he made us drink holy water and everything. Anyways, before this, our dog was acting so weird. Like, the past couple months, she's been acting really weird too, because she didn't want to hang out with us. Because when we first got her, she was cool, and then like out of nowhere, she stopped hanging out with us. She would go hide in the room. She was always hiding. Like, and she would pee when my boyfriend would go next to her. Anybody would go next to her, she would get scared, like that scared. I don't know what was wrong with her, and we were just thinking because she was a baby and she's still little, or she's still a little pup. After we did the holy water, he sprinkled some holy water on her, and after that I gave her a bath that night when we came back from my friend's house, and she started hanging out with us. It was so weird, and like now she's like normal. She like chills with us and everything, and she's been acting normal lately. And then after he did the holy water, I went to work the next day, and I was just like, I didn't know what to think of it. Like, I've never had that happen to me before. I've never caught something like that on camera. He actually wanted to put cameras up in the house, but I said, hell the fuck no. Whatever it is, I don't want to know. I don't want to interrupt them. Anyways, I was telling my coworkers like what was up, and they were just like, oh, you know, when you move in somewhere, you're supposed to use like sage to get like whatever bad spirits the previous family or person leaves behind. You have to like tell them to leave. Like, if it was like not a bad family, but like bad energy, or just like a bad spirit there, like you have to use sage and like say something spiritual or like just a saying to tell them to leave, like they're not welcome here. Well, anyways, we haven't done that yet because I wanted to do the story before I even talked about this anymore and put like keep this keep adding energy to this spirit if it's still here. I'm just like scared, like oh my god, like I don't know what to think of this. This is just something that's never happened to me. But yeah, it's something really scary, and especially when you have kids, you just don't want to act scared. But yeah, that's what happened. And if you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys want more story time or other stuff that you guys want to talk about, just leave me a comment below. Actually, this was actually fun. I've never done a story time before, just sitting here talking to you guys. And I love you guys for all the support and all the new subscribers I've been getting. I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining our family, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.